So Thunderbolts slash New Avengers, whatever name you want to pick, it means the same thing practically. I just think this was bang average. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it had anything where I went, oh my god, this was amazing, oh yay. To me, they've not capitalised yet upon what they did well in Deadpool and Wolverine. This is more closer to Eternals than it is to Deadpool and Wolverine, by the way.
You are so pathetic!
Look, it's not blanket and a pillow time for this particular film like that one is. But what I must say is, with this film, I feel that it has a purpose in trying to be a film which is sort of like about depression. Which, to me, I don't want in a superhero movie. I'm just going to be honest and say it. There's ways and means of doing it, like in Spider-Man 3, for example. I think they work that better with Tobey Maguire going through some sort of weird depression that he goes through, and even Spider-Man 2 to some extent, they sort of hide it within the fabric of the film. This particular one, it was obvious what the film was about from the get-go when we start seeing this Sentry's mind and how he's feeling and stuff like that. We're sort of getting to see that, one, this film is now got an agenda which is to say it's okay if you got depression. So I don't mind movies going over that, by the way. But I just don't know if they should be in superhero movies where they're the front and centre thing. Because the way I look at it anyways is that movies should be a way of escapism for many of us. I bang on movies just to escape reality a little bit. Just to bang on a film, bang on a TV show, just to get lost in a world for a little bit. But when the world is becoming reality, especially for those who might be suffering with depression and stuff, surely that's a bit too close to home. That's all I'm saying. Maybe if you're seeing your superheroes going through the exact same thing, you might have a positive reaction that, okay, everything's good. And I expected this to be more comedic. The trailer showed this to be quite a funny MCU movie, not Deadpool and Wolverine funny, but I expected it to be some sort of, you know what, it's a comedy, it's sort of like an Ant-Man vibe where you get a bit of comedy, but the superhero stuff shines through as well. But this one more like a dark comedy, superhero, supervillain film, which is a mouthful and a half, but that's exactly how to describe it. I mean, look, it's not bad, and I think there's some funny moments in the film, but it seems to not get the balance right between the comedy and the depressing stuff, and it just sort of, you're confused by the end. The only good thing that came out of it, and obviously people will have seen this, is that now these are known as the New Avengers with the end of the film, which we'll get onto later on. But they don't feel like the Avengers. I think that's the play on that of being the New Avengers, that they're just a B team. Because this movie does feel like it rips off Suicide Squad in a big way. I think it's 10 times better than the original Suicide Squad, by the way. I'm not one of those idiots that thinks, no, what, the original Suicide Squad was good. No, it fucking wasn't. That is terrible. But I think the Suicide Squad is better. But yeah, I think it's that same sort of vibe. Supervillains trying to save the world, so to speak. Other stuff about this film is that it's sandwiched as a gap-fill movie. It doesn't feel important. You get that feeling throughout. And I'm fed up of seeing these gap-fill movies. I saw it with the Marvels. I saw it with Eternals. I've seen too many of these gap-fill movies where we're not continuing what we're trying to do with the MCU. And I think that's what's annoying a lot of people, especially myself, where you're thinking, can't we just get to what we're trying to get to a little bit quicker by maybe changing this into a TV show instead? Can't we move about the pieces instead of just putting in quite a mediocre movie in the grand scheme of things? But what I want to say is about this film is that these actors and these characters were brilliant. I like them. I wanted to see this film to see how they would gel together, and they did do what I expected them to do. Fight at the beginning and then sort of grow closer and closer together, like we've seen with the Suicide Squad and with other films that go down that same sort of path. The thing that annoyed me is that I don't think we saw the full potential, because Sentry straight away, right, when he gets introduced, is like, he looks like the main villain, looks unstoppable, whatever. And I thought we could have spent 20 minutes after he'd realised his full potential and his power, just being the human version of that person, of that big superhero, and have 10 minutes, even if you've got to extend the film by 10 minutes, to show oh
sense
man,
today.
now
Congressman
I shouldn't
Barnes,
have any
wow.
control. I'm a god.
I never really thought you'd
I'm
have
now
a
going to show you
promising
why I'm a
political
god
career,
and why I'm
less-
unstoppable. And if any problems come into this atmosphere, I'm going to be the first one to deal with it. And have that 10 minutes of him thinking he's being a superhero, whereas in fact he's actually being a supervillain. But we didn't get to see that because they sort of killed him straight away. It's like, oh, and they turned into the black version of the Sentry. And he's very dull, and that's where the depression, he gets caught in his own mind, and he's sort of eating New York. Yeah, I think we sort of rushed into that, and we didn't quite get to see the full potential of the Sentry by himself and whatever. But now he's joined the new Avengers after being talked down at the end of the film. But yeah, I don't know if this really hit me the way I wanted it to. And really go, you know what, I'm a superhero movie that you need to come back and rewatch. Like, there's something about the MCU where they seem to miss an opportunity to build upon great success. No Way Home, they never capitalised on that with Doctor Strange 2. When they hit Deadpool and Wolverine, they never hit on the back of Deadpool and Wolverine. Because Captain America, don't get me wrong, is a good film. But it's not a great film. It's not one of those that you'll be watching again and again and again. I enjoyed it, but not that much. And then again with this film, it's just the same old mediocre MCU movie. I don't know if it's because they're focusing too many times on too many different projects. That could be something. Or is it just simply the fact that this just felt like a Disney Plus movie? And my brother said that to me, and I was like, you're not wrong. Because I think that's what it is. It's a Disney Plus movie in the cinema. I don't know if it's the budget thing, saying that they probably spent millions upon millions on making this film, but it does have that very Disney Plus unnecessary feeling to it. And something that I'm really annoyed about in terms of this film as well, and Marvel, Disney, all of them, is why did you decide to change the title to the New Avengers like the weekend after? Because this is your punchline to the joke. This is what the end of the film is. This is your big reveal that these are the New Avengers. People don't need to see the film now. You've ruined the punchline. You've ruined the whole, oh my god, these are going to be the New Avengers. Whether they are or not is one to be looking out for in the future. And we'll probably find out in the Avengers film whether they're the New Avengers or whether they're just this group that calls themselves the Avengers. We don't know. But what we do know is now the MCU have just gone and spoiled one of their major films of this year for many fans. That because I didn't see this spoiler before I went, but my brother did and sister did, and it's just one of those things now where you're just thinking it's a bit disappointing. You've just seen the punchline before and you're thinking that's a bit shit. That why reveal that? Especially if you want to rename it a month later and it's out of the cinemas and you're just saying, no, what, we're going to rebrand it now. Everybody knows this is the New Avengers, then fair play. But I think they've done it to try to sell this movie because it's probably not doing well in the cinemas because it's not marquee. Captain America, at least, is marquee of the name. It's a Captain America film. If you put Hulk in a film, that's probably going to sell. Spider-Man, these guys are going to sell films. But no offense to the likes of Eternals and this and the Marvels, they don't have names. They don't have things and attractions that are going to make you want to watch this film. I was intrigued by it because I'm a Marvel fan, but if you're trying to aim for the outer audience that aren't Marvel fans or superhero fans, you're not going to get many people coming to the cinema, unfortunately, because it's not a name. It's not something that takes you by the eye. The Thunderbolts, what are they? Who the fuck knows? This is your problem. And then when you reveal the New Avengers, you've just spoiled the entire film in that instance, because that is how the movie ends after the depression stuff and after they talk around the century into fixing the world and becoming part of their New Avengers. To me, they need to do better at building towards an Avengers film. They did a lot better with Infinity War when building towards that film and then building up to Endgame with a few films then as well. This one just doesn't quite hit the steps needed to be able to build up to this New Avengers film and to get people on side, unfortunately. But let us know down in those comments down below what you guys thought of this film. Before we jump back into this video, guys, please do us a massive favour and smash that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss a thing this week, next week, and the week after, because we've got tons and tons of content planned for you guys, and you can do us a massive favour by smashing that subscribe button, joining the community, getting updates to all the latest videos, from the YouTube shorts to the actual videos. It is well worth it, completely free, and you will not regret it. So to summarise, after talking for like an hour to you guys, I do believe this is a 6.5. I think that's fair, and an average film. Do let us know though down in the comments down below. Do you agree with that rating? What's your rating? Comment down below and let us know. And is there anything that you totally agree with or totally disagree with? We're all human. We all have different opinions. Do let us know. And if you haven't yet seen our Captain America Brave New World movie review, then please check that out by clicking on screen now.